In an update from yesterday's video, we talked about Kyle Busch potentially going to RCR. We reported that RCR has now become a favorite, according to Adam Stern, for Kyle Busch to drive for in 2023. Well, now that report is picking up a lot of steam because of the recent episode of Door Bumper Clear, which had current RCR driver in the number 8 car, Tyler Reddick. Now, as we know, the public issue between Reddick and RCR, when Reddick made that announcement that he'd be leaving 2311 Racing, RCR put out the statement saying the timing of this announcement couldn't be more wrong. And then someone in Richard Childress Racing said that Childress himself is very upset with Reddick and wants to get rid of him as soon as possible. Now, we assumed that that soon as possible date would be at the end of 2023 because Richard himself has said that he would honor the contract, that Tyler Reddick will drive for Richard Childress Racing in 2023. They will honor the contract before Reddick goes to 2311 in 2024. But according to the episode, Tyler Reddick is not too sure on what plans are taking place with the team next season.
Went on the announcement on the future, but it hasn't really seemed to hurt things this year. We've been able to go out and win another race and continue to run strong. But it's obvious, I mean, some feelings have been hurt. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to be there next year. I'm pretty sure that's what the plan is, but
I've heard some crazy rumors.
Me too. That's what I was asking.
They are certainly trying to figure out what their future is going to look like.
Right.
They know it's not going to involve me. So, they're just weighing out all their options, trying to figure that out right now.
So yeah, it's no surprise to hear that feelings have been hurt. That's not surprise. We knew that already. But to hear Reddick be not too certain about what his future is going to be with RCR in 2023, for him to say he thinks he's going to be there next year, he may be there next year, he says that there are some things that they're figuring out with the future and it doesn't involve Reddick. Understandable, but you would think that would take place near the end of 2023, not now. For him to say he's pretty sure that's what the plan is, he thinks he's going to drive in the 8 car next season, but he's not certain. That is not looking good in terms of Kyle Busch staying at Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing. For Reddick to say that he's not certain he's going to return to RCR next year, and the fact that RCR has been reported to apparently look at potentially getting a 3rd charter, those things, even though they are different stories, one is getting a charter, the other is replacing a driver, when you look at based on the grand scheme of things, they all talk about bringing in someone that's not part of the team. If Reddick goes, okay, you gotta replace someone. If you bring a third charter, well then you have to have a 3rd driver in the mix. So the way everything is stacking up, it looks to me that it looks like Kyle Busch could be going to RCR. I would be very shocked. In fact, everyone in the industry would be very shocked that Kyle Busch returns to a Toyota, not just Joe Gibbs Racing, but returns to a Toyota. Colleague and RCR have been determined as the favorites. Now, there's some people that would be saying that you're reading too much into that statement. He's probably just messing with the media. Yeah, it could be. But remember McLaren and Daniel Ricciardo? Yeah, they were supposed to be together till the end of next year. And yet he's getting released at the end of this year. So with the way everything has happened in terms of motorsports and contracts, yeah, he says he's going to, the contract does state that he's going to be with the team till the end of 2023, but you can't be certain. You can buy out a contract. So we know that is on the cards. I mean, Casey Kane had a contract with Hendrick Motorsports till the end of 2018. However, he was released from the team at the end of 2017. So while it is very rare that these instances do occur, it does happen. I just think personally that when you look at everything that's been going on with the fact that RCR is not happy, the fact that Richard himself is not happy with Reddick, that he wants him gone as soon as possible, and knows that there's a driver like Kyle Busch that is available and has agreed to take a pay cut, so he'd be more affordable than when he was at Joe Gibbs. Now he'll be under 10 million at least. You're going to have, again, if you get Kyle Busch, you're going to get Kyle Busch, the talent that he brings to the table, as well as Kyle Busch Motorsports, which can be a pipeline for Richard Childress. Same thing with Colleague. Just so that we know that we're clear, more than likely it's going to come down between 2 teams, Colleague and RCR. I can't see him at Joe Gibbs Racing, and I don't see him returning to 2311 Racing. I know it's so skeptical with Kurt Busch, but I still see him returning next season. Colleague and RCR are the 2 teams that are going to be able to go for Kyle Busch. I've heard rumors with Hendrick. I know I said something about that, but it's like 0.01% chance Kyle Busch is going to Hendrick Motorsports. I would sell off my channel if that happened. Okay, I won't do that because I like my channel, but regardless, I'm just saying it's almost impossible that Kyle Busch is going to Hendrick Motorsports. It's just not possible. I have a feeling that with Tyler Reddick saying that statement that he's not sure, that he thinks he's going to drive for the team next year. And I've said this, and I know there have been other people that have said this in the comment section in my last video that have said that maybe Reddick could be dropped a year early. That is a possibility, and I've said this a while back also that I wouldn't be surprised if we see a driver swap, if we see Reddick go to the 18 and Busch to the 3. I mean, Reddick is going to be a Toyota driver. Why not pull the trigger now if this is an option? If Kyle Busch ain't going to come back, why not have Reddick drive the 18 car? It would make sense. It would be a better option than Ty Gibbs, to be honest. I mean, Ty Gibbs, he's a really great race car driver, but I think I don't want him to go to the Cup Series next year. I feel like he'd be rushed up there. Even though he's getting a lot of starts nowadays in the 23 car, I still feel like he'd be rushed if he went full-time next season. So I think having Reddick in the 18 car will be a good lead-in to fully become, fully get used to his new home at 2311 Racing in 2024. And obviously with Kyle Busch, if he's going to be out at Gibbs, more than certainly he's going to go to either Colleague or RCR. And I feel like nowadays we're seeing more reports leaning towards RCR. But now I want to know, where do you think Kyle Busch is going to go in 2023? Do you think he's either going to go to RCR or do you think he's going to go to Colleague? I think Colleague because there is that ownership stake, which is another thing we haven't talked about, we haven't touched on, is the potential of an ownership stake on the table for Kyle Busch. With Kyle Busch, with KBM and the stature of himself in the Cup Series, I won't be surprised if he is potentially looking for something like that and a little bit of an ownership statement, kind of like Brad Keselowski and RFK Racing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's on the cards. And I think if he is asking for that, you would go to Colleague since they would be open for something like that. But there are a lot of reports that are, suggesting that RCR could be the spot for Kyle Busch and that RCR would drop Reddick at the end of this year for Kyle. A lot of reports that are moving towards that direction. I'm not saying that it's a possibility, that it's a potential solution. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that are moving towards that direction. Could he still go to Colleague, which I think would be the best decision and the most likely option? Yeah, but I'm just reading what the reports are saying. But until next time, my name is Jett from MDK. Thank you so much for watching.